Hey everybody, welcome back to round 3. We're on the play again, and I think this is actually a pretty good hand. We got turn 2 Captive into turn 3 Courageous Outrider, which should hopefully draw me into more gas. We got Bruna at the top end, which I won't be able to cast for a while, but hopefully having it in my hand will inform some of my plays, and hopefully I'm not going to get my Ulvenwold Captive snapped off right here. That would really, really suck. Okay, good. Whew. That could have put me in a bad spot. I could drop the captain, but I'm just going to throw my Outrider down. Sure, just grab the Slayer. I guess Borrowed Grace is better here. And pass the turn. So next turn I can drop down Hamlet Captain and Slayer, or I can drop down Thorn-Eyed Wolves. It just depends on what he decides to do. Wow, he's stuck on 2 land. Well, that is one way to do it, I guess. Since he's stuck on lands, I'm just gonna flood the board here instead of going tall with my Thorn-Eyed Wolves. Let's say I have 5 mana in play. If I get one more land, then in 2 turns, I can just drop Bruna and bring Courageous Outrider back for super value. And that's the land I needed. So let's crack in here. He might have a combat trick. If he does, oh well. Okay. So he might be running like the Madness deck. That's the only reason I can imagine him having Sanitarium Skeleton in his deck. Because red-black doesn't tend to lend itself to that grindy sort of gameplay. Unless you're just like the removal deck. He's going to kill my Thorn-Eyed Wolves, I guess. That's fine. Yep. Okay. And let's crack in again. And this should just lock down the game here. Yes, I would love to use it. And get that. That should more or less just be game. I can slap Wolfkin Bond on my Hamlet Captain to keep it from being blocked out. Sure. Or I could just choke in your strengths. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 10. Yeah, that's game. Okay, well, he didn't get to do much, did he? I got out to a fast start, and he just got stuck on mana, so I don't really know what's in his deck. I assume he's playing some sort of Madness deck, and that's why he's playing the Sanitarium Skeleton. He may or may not be playing Vampires. I think Markov Crusader is good enough to play without Vampires, so I'm not going to call that as a Vampire archetype card or whatever. Let's see. I don't know what kind of black removal he has, but I think Long Road Home might end up being good here. his creatures are probably going to be smaller than mine, so I don't know that I need Emissary of the Sleepless. Or I could just drop Crossroads Consecrator. I might be trading a lot. Yeah, I think I'll drop the Consecrator here and bring in Long Road Home. Depending on how his deck looks, I may bring in the Devilthorn Fox or Unruly Mob next game. We'll see. This is workable, I think. Oop, I can't play that yet. Can't quite cheat it out into play. It's not a cheaty face. Let's run you out. And I'm going to play a Plains next turn so I can just run out the staff and then hold up Long Road Home. Or I could play Dawngriff. I think I'll play Dawngriff. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not dumb. However, depending on what he plays, I may just slam down the Cultist Staff. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but nothing to be done about it. Let's crack in here, and I'll drop the Missionaries, and next turn I can use its ability. He used that Fiery Temper on my Captive, so hopefully he won't have another one for my Missionaries. Sure. Is he gonna throw down Alchemist Grading here? He's sure gonna hold up the mana for it. Oh wait, yeah. I can't attack in with that. She's just going to ping it off. So if he wants to do it now... Yeah, that's exactly why I did that. Okay. And ping. Okay. So that's not going to come back until next end step. Yeah. That's not a big deal. No blocks. And I'm just going to have to get rid of that. I could... I'm just going to slam the Cultist Staff. Wait. Yes. He either blocks or he doesn't, and either way I'm going to kill his creature, so... course, he could have Murderous Compulsion, and that would suck for me, but I think it's worth trying. Worst comes to worst, I just Choking Restraints it next turn, so... Doesn't it usually slide under the card? Yeah. I was like, what? I'm not blocking that. Sure. I'm gonna Restraints that skeleton so he can't just chump block the hell out of me. Now he has to actually block with a real card. If he blocks the 2/2 in the air, I mean, he has to block the 8/8, right? Well, he could block the 2/2 and the 4/4, but he would have to lose his conduit to do so. He could block the 8/8 with the 1/4 and take 6. Okay. Sure. Let's see, is there anything I can drop for 1 mana? I took out the Consecrator, so no, I don't think so. I could swap the Cultist Staff over to the Gryph and crack in for 4 in the air. If I swing in with the Inquisitors... He doesn't have enough power to kill it if I swing in with the Captain and the Inquisitors. So I swing with the Inquisitors, he chumps with the Stormkirk Condemned, he eats my Dawn Gryph, he takes 4. I think I just hold back the Dawn Gryph for now. I think I would just much rather have the Dawn Gryph in play. Sure. I will kill the Dread Knight so it can't be pumped. And drop my Outrider. Whiff. But I'm glad to send all those lands down to the bottom of my deck. I don't really need any more planes. And I can slam my Ironclad Slayer to bring back the Lunarch Mantle, so... Oh, Impetuous Devils, okay. So what are you going to kill? The Outrider? It's fine. This is the second time he's killed that thing with those devils. Alright, let's Let's bring you out. Yes, okay. It does it automatically because it's the only one in my graveyard. Slam you down and crack in here. I have no cards in hand, but I'm pretty sure I got this. Yeah, that's game. I'm not really sure if my opponent was supposed to be aggressive, or it looked like he was trying to do like a madness thing, like I was saying. Those impetuous devils always removed a creature, but they're less good if you can't get aggressive right out of the gate, and my starts were a lot more aggressive than his were. So I'm sure that he probably had like more removal and stuff that would have been good if he could have stabilized and gotten some creatures in play to wall up a little bit. But my draws just happened to be a little bit better than his this time around. This long road home actually did come in handy. He just played like he was going to throw down that Alchemist Greeting, and I was like, nope, not having it this time. So that really came in handy this time around. That is it for this week. This is actually our last Eldritch Moon draft because we have Kaladesh right around the corner. So look forward to my review of the Kaladesh cards when those start getting spoiled, and we'll see you around next time.